Have you ever felt that you live at the mercy of the world's noise? Notifications, others' opinions, the daily chaos. What if I told you that in just 7 days, you could learn to silence all of this and live with greater purpose and clarity? This is not a trick, nor a magic formula. It is an ancient, timeless practice that can transform your life, starting now. Stay with me until the end of this video and discover how you can begin your Stoic journey and achieve true transformation. Think with me. You wake up, grab your phone, and you're already surrounded. Notifications, messages, the whole world demanding your attention. In the car, the radio broadcasts news that worries you. At work, opinions about how you should act echo around you. It feels like the noise of the world never lets you be at peace, and your inner voice is barely heard. Now, what if I told you that in just 7 days, you could reconnect with your deepest essence? It's not magic. It's an ancient practice taught over 2,000 years ago by the great Stoic masters. Stoicism teaches that external noise doesn't have to define your inner state. It is possible to silence the world and hear your true essence. In the upcoming videos, I will guide you to turn this chaos into clarity. But before that, reflect. Who are you when no one is watching? Let's discover that together. Now that we've begun reconnecting with our inner voice, an essential question arises. How do our emotional reactions impact our lives? Imagine this scenario. You're in traffic, running late for an important meeting, when someone cuts you off. Your first reaction is anger. Maybe even a sharp comment slips from your lips. But here's the crucial point. It wasn't the other driver who made you angry. It was your interpretation of the event that triggered the emotion. Stoicism teaches us that external events are neutral. It's we who assign meaning to them. As Epictetus said, it's not things that disturb us, but our opinions about them. This distinction is powerful. When we learn to pause before reacting, we create space to choose how we want to respond. Over the next 7 days, practice this. Whenever you feel a strong emotion, be it anger, frustration, or anxiety, take a deep breath and count to 3. Then ask yourself, is this worth my emotional energy? Over time, this simple practice will strengthen your emotional resilience. And once you master your reactions, you'll be ready to transform even the ordinary into something extraordinary, as we will explore in the next chapter. Mastering your reactions is the first step toward inner transformation. But how can we apply this emotional strength to our everyday life? Often, we wait for grand moments to feel fulfilled, a big success at work, an unforgettable trip, or a special event. However, Marcus Aurelius reminds us that true greatness lies in the small things. What brings happiness to men is not the activity itself, but the purpose with which it is carried out. Over the next 7 days, try this. Choose a simple task, like washing the dishes, taking a walk, or organizing your desk, and do it with full presence and intention. Imagine that this action is the most important thing in the world at that moment. By doing this, you'll begin to find beauty and meaning where you once saw only routine. This practice not only elevates your sense of gratitude, but also strengthens your ability to find value in any situation. And once you learn to transform the ordinary, you'll be ready to create something even greater, your own Stoic rules. Transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary teaches us to value each moment. But how can we ensure that our daily actions align with our deepest principles? Society often imposes rules that do not reflect our personal values, steering us away from the path of authenticity. The Stoics taught that we must live according to virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. To do this, create your own inner laws. Over the next 7 days, write down 3 personal rules that will guide your decisions. For example, I never react impulsively to criticism, or I always seek the constructive side of a problem. These rules will serve as your shield against external influences and your compass for difficult decisions. By living them out daily, you will strengthen your authenticity and sense of purpose. And once you have established your own rules, you'll be ready to face another great challenge. Difficult conversations, the topic of the next chapter. Creating your own stoic rules is a powerful step toward living with authenticity. But how can we apply them when facing uncomfortable situations, such as difficult conversations? The fear of conflict often leads us to postpone these crucial moments, generating emotional tension and preventing important resolutions. The Stoics viewed adversities as opportunities for growth. Seneca, for example, would write letters reflecting on his own internal and external conflicts. Over the next 7 days, practice this. Before a difficult conversation, imagine the worst possible scenario and mentally prepare yourself for it. Ask yourself, what can I control in this situation? This preparation will reduce your fear and increase your confidence. By approaching these conversations with clarity and courage, you not only resolve problems, but also free yourself from emotional burdens. And this freedom will prepare you for the next step, being authentic without fear of judgment. Facing difficult conversations teaches us to face discomfort with courage. But what happens when the greatest obstacle comes from within? The fear of others' judgment often prevents us from being who we truly are. The Stoics understood that external opinions do not define our worth. As Epictetus said, if someone criticizes you, it says more about them than about you. Over the next 7 days, identify a situation where you would normally hide your true opinion, whether in a meeting, a conversation with friends, or even on social media. Experiment with being transparent and authentic, even if it initially causes discomfort. This liberating practice will strengthen your confidence and improve your relationships with others. By embracing your authenticity, you'll be ready to face the next challenge, confronting what you've been avoiding for far too long. Being authentic without the fear of judgment is a powerful step toward living with freedom. But what about that project, conversation, or decision you've been postponing for weeks, or even months? Procrastination and the fear of facing challenges create emotional blocks that prevent us from moving forward. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that the obstacle is a way. In the next 7 days, identify a task or decision you've been avoiding. Break it down into small steps to reduce the feeling of overwhelm. For example, if it's a difficult conversation, start by writing down your thoughts. If it's a project, dedicate just 10 minutes a day to begin. By facing what you avoid, you not only resolve pending matters, but also gain mental clarity and the courage to face new challenges. And once you overcome this, you'll be ready for the final step of this transformative journey. We have reached the end of the 7-day journey, but the most important part is just beginning, the transformation within you. Throughout these chapters, we explored how to silence the world in order to hear your essence, master your emotional reactions, turn the ordinary into the extraordinary, create your own rules, face difficult conversations, be authentic, and confront what you've been avoiding. Each step was designed to strengthen your mind, expand your perspective, and align your actions with your deepest values. Remember, change doesn't happen all at once, but through small daily choices. As Seneca taught us, it's not the years that count, but how we live those years. The constant practice of these Stoic principles will make all the difference. Now it's your turn. In the next 7 days, put these ideas into practice. Dedicate yourself to each challenge and watch how your life begins to change. Share your experiences. This will not only reinforce your progress, but also inspire others to embark on this journey. I'll finish with one last reflection. Transformation begins within you, but its impact stretches far beyond. When you live with authenticity, purpose, and courage, you inspire others to do the same. The world needs more people willing to face their fears and live with wisdom. So, what will be your first step today? The journey begins here. And remember, You have the power to change everything.